Today I'm doing a counseling session displaying the solution-focused brief counseling theory. I'll be talking to a 15-year-old incoming sophomore. It's an intervention about the anger and lack of motivation she has been experiencing due to her one outlet, basketball, becoming emotionally draining, and she does not feel appreciated. This has caused her to slip academically and emotionally at home. Hello Taryn, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good, that's good to hear. How's your day been so far?
Good, I guess.
Good is actually good. Can you tell me about the good things that have happened so far today?
Well, it was fun being at school today, talking to my friends and having basketball PE. Also, this boy I like said hi to me as we were walking to 7th period.
Sounds like a pretty good day to me. I'm glad you made it to my office. Do you know why you're here today?
My mom basically forced me.
Do you know why she's making you?
She says I'm not the same or something like that.
I'm sure you are the same, just probably going through it maybe. But yes, you are here to see me because your mom would like to see you get better, or as she said in her own words, get back to the normal you. Are you ready to work on you?
Sure.
Our purpose in talking together will be to help you find out what you need to do to solve an actual problem. We will look at some things you do well and see if you can use them to figure out what you want to do and what steps you should take next. I'll be asking you several questions. Some of these questions might be hard to answer. I'll be writing things down as we're talking about them, and after we finish our talk, I'll leave the room briefly and kind of make some notes, and on my notes I'll make copies and get you a copy, and I'll keep a copy. Sound okay with you?
Yep, do that.
Awesome. Before we get started, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Home, school? I hear you're quite the basketball player.
Well, home and school are good. I try to stay busy, so I'm not always fighting with my sisters. I mean, they're not bad, but they always want to be in my business.
I'm sure you guys are close, but all girls must be fun.
Yeah, we are close. My mom is always trying to get us to do things together. She says we should put each other first. My mom has her hands full all the time.
Speaking of your mom, how's your relationship with her?
Good. Things are a little different now. She has a boyfriend and he moved in.
Different how?
I don't know. Something feels left out. I just feel different.
Change is always difficult.
Yeah, change is hard.
Tell me about basketball. Who's your favorite team? Your favorite player?
It is definitely the Warriors. My favorite player is Clint Thompson.
I hear you're quite the star.
I am okay, I guess. I made the varsity team this year. I worked very hard to get there.
Sounds like you met your goal. Great job.
Yeah, I did. It was something I wanted to do since 7th grade, and now I can say I did it.
What a great accomplishment. And tell me how your season went.
Not good. We started good in preseason, but we didn't play any hard teams. The first tournament was out of town, and we had a lot of fun, but did not place. As the season went on, it wasn't bad. We did not win any league games, and we lost first round in the playoffs.
Oh no, sorry to hear that. All that work you put into it, how did that make you feel?
I'm not happy. I put a lot of work to make the varsity team, and apparently it wasn't good enough. I didn't get much playing time after the first couple of tournaments. My coach would sub me in for a minute or two, and that was about it.
I'm sure you feel like you could have contributed more.
Yeah, I guess. It wasn't about being better than some of the other players he was playing, but it kind of is. I don't feel that they worked as hard, and they did nothing to help the team. There was just a couple of us who were on the bench that could have been putting more work for the team and coach. We could have helped. Things were just not the same for me anymore.
Would you like to tell me about what wasn't the same for you?
I was frustrated. I didn't even want to be there sometimes. It was pointless.
What was pointless?
Caring about the team so much and my coach not even recognizing me made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry to hear how that made you feel. How did everything carry out?
My mom says I'm angry.
Do you feel angry? On a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being the happiest and 10 being the angriest, how angry do you feel?
Well, yeah, but not at her. I just don't see why I have to work so hard and it not even matter. I used to be the team leader, but I didn't even want to be there anymore. I didn't even want to go to school. Then AAU started. Everyone tried motivating me again, and I wasn't ready for a change. I went in and worked hard, and it started pretty good, and then it all changed. Went back to how it was. Coach was being hard with me and letting everyone else make worse mistakes. I'm not happy. It makes no sense how I put in so much work and nothing is appreciated or accepted. He says I have too many turnovers and I'm not fast in my moves. My point average is also dropping. I guess I would say that I'm at an 8. I'm very frustrated.
Yeah, 8 is pretty angry. Who says that you're not appreciated or angry?
Well, if my coach did, there wouldn't be any problem.
Sounds like you are angry and frustrated. Do you think this could have contributed to some of the things on the court that made the coach see something different than you thought you were doing?
I don't know.
You mentioned you used to be the leader. Have you thought about taking the role again?
I mean, I could. I guess I would like my teammates to motivate others.
Sometimes motivating ourselves will help us actually be able to motivate others. Is that something would you be willing to work on?
I guess I could.
What things can you do to go back to being a leader?
I can be positive and not show my frustration.
In this upcoming week, what can you do at practice that can be positive and take a leadership role?
I could get there early, help take out the balls, and lower the nets.
That would be a great leadership role. That not only shows your teammates, but it also proves something to your coach.
Yeah, I could do that. I could even stay after practice and help some of the other girls. We all kind of hang out and shoot around.
That is another great idea. What about the point average you mentioned and the lack of speed? What are maybe some things you can do that will make you feel happy and comfortable on the court? Was there anything you did before that helped you make that varsity team as a freshman? That seemed to have been your glory.
By the time I got home, I'm too angry to do anything. Before I would get home and go outside and shoot some more, I always had the ball in my hand. I don't care to do that anymore. Maybe I can go back to shooting at home and focusing on my shooting with the other girls after practice.
That sounds great, actually. Maybe you can set an actual amount of shots you would like to make before our next session.
I guess 200 3-pointers or 400 free throws.
Is that a good challenge number for you? Something you know you can do?
Very easily.
Well, that is great. Grinding at home will be good for you. How do you think your coach will feel if he sees the hard work you're putting in?
Maybe he'll remember why he put me on the varsity team and help me get better and not stop me from playing. Oh, I could even go on runs with my mom and her boyfriend at night. That might help me get faster.
That is another great idea. Think about a realistic amount of times you can join them for a run. How many times in the next week would you like to do so? Have you spoken to your coach about how you feel?
I say at least 3 times, and I should have time to do so. Know what for?
Let's try something. If you were to wave a magic wand and wish all your basketball problems away, what would we see you doing if you could video your day?
I would be happy.
When you're feeling happy, what are you doing that will let you know that you are feeling happy?
I'm not making any turnovers, making all my shots. Coach is not yelling at me on the sideline and is not sitting me and letting me prove myself. I am enjoying the game and rooting on my teammates when I'm not in the game. We may not always win, but we're all happy.
We talked about a goal for your shots. Is there maybe a goal you can make with talking to your coach?
When he pulls me out of the game for something, I can ask him at practice to help fix that particular mistake.
That's a great idea. Great way to build a relationship, trust, and a line of communication. Maybe this will help you be more positive because you can understand his point of view. In the event that you guys might not meet eye to eye, what measures can you take to try to remain positive?
I could listen and accept. I doubt we will always think the same though.
You bring up a good point in life. You aren't always going to agree with everyone 100% of the time. You just have to listen and move forward. Understanding is very difficult, but possible. Being open-minded is okay sometimes. You did a great job today. We talked a lot about you, and you made a great amount of goals for yourself. Working on extra shots at home, going on runs with your mom and her boyfriend at least 3 times next week, and asking your coach to explain and help you fix whatever mistake you made during the game.
Yes, that is a lot.
A lot, but very doable. I look forward to seeing you next week so you can go over how the week went and the goals you met. Before we end, do you have any thoughts or questions?
No, I don't think so. I just have a lot to do.
You most certainly do, but nothing I'm sure you cannot complete. Let's try to make the miracle happen. Let's get your level of angry down to, I don't know, let's try 6. I also want to share this book with you. It's titled Growth Mindset. Can you do me a favor and try to read the first 4 chapters? We'll go over it when I see you next week. The book is great. It's about making a positive out of a negative. It will teach us how to do so simply by changing our actual mindset. I'm positive you will enjoy it.
Yes, I could try.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Give me a couple minutes and I'll come back with your notes.